Lightweight. Yeah, baby. It's lightweight, baby, lightweight. It's Bayern versus Frankfurt, and it's lightweight, baby, lightweight. Yeah, baby. It's lightweight. Oh yeah, the stream has started. Hello guys, welcome back to the stream with FC RAMSAY, and here we are watching FC Bayern versus Frankfurt. And this game is at the Deutsche Bank Park, the home ground of Frankfurt. And these two teams are at the position 1 and 2 of the Bundesliga table. Talking about the present match, which is ongoing between Leipzig. They are showing a very good game over here. They are at the number 1 right now, but they have played one more game, that is a total of 6. Whereas Bayern and Frankfurt, they are playing for their 6th game against each other, and both of them are in the top contenders of this Bundesliga season. So yes, talking about Bayern, they are having some sort of players missing from the squad, and they are due to injuries. Seven Ulrich is out of the squad. He is on a suspension. Hiroki Ito, the new signing, he is injured and is expected to be back as he can be seen in the training grounds. Josip Stanisic, the loanee from the previous season from Leverkusen, who is back to Bayern, is on a knee injury. But yes, expectations of this player also to be back in the squad very soon. Sacha Boey, the transfer of this season, he is also on an injury, but his expectations of returning to the squad is a bit late. Whereas Jamal Musiala, he has faced some hip injuries on there, and he is expected to return to the squad late October. So yes, many things are going to happen today, as there are certain things about the Bundesliga which is happening. And yes, we will show you the lineups as well. Talking about the other Bundesliga matches, Leipzig are on a winning strike against Heidenheim, and yes, definitely on the table at present due to the win on their 6th game against Heidenheim. Leipzig is with 4 wins out of 6 games, and they are at 14 points. Oh my god. Goal difference is of 7 for Leipzig. Bayern is on 13 points, but yes, a game to play right now. And Frankfurt is at number 3 with 12 points, just 1 point behind Bayern, and Bayern are just 1 point behind Leipzig. But yes, talking about Freiburg, they are at number 4, and Leverkusen is at number 5th position with 11 points. They have got 3 wins and 2 draws and a loss against Leipzig. So Leipzig is the team who is doing the miracles. But yes, talking about the lineups, soon we are going to show the lineups for this Bayern as well as Frankfurt. So here are the lineups, guys, which we are talking about, and the likes of, we can change it to this so you guys would be able to see it well. Yes, it is. So yes, this is the lineup and the game has started, but we will do the live chat pop out from here. Yes, it looks good. I hope you guys are now being able to watch the lineups. So this game has started and Jamal Musiala is missing this game, and this centre back lineup of Upamecano as well as Kim can be seen in the squad. So what is in store for both the teams? It will be too crucial to watch. Who is going to get that early goal? Anything can happen in this game because Bayern players are exhausted, and yes, definitely they are really too much into the game for the past week. They have been playing games, and that is a counter from Guerrero into the wings. Olise had a chance into the box. That was the first opening which Bayern has created against Frankfurt. That is the Mia San Mia movement. Total football coming into action. Guerrero had a wing speedy run towards the box. He just centered it to Olise, but Olise had a mistouch to it. Gnabry again trying to center it. So Bayern are on the prowl again. This game is going to yield much confidence for Bayern because in the next Champions League they are having meeting the Barcelona, where Hansi Flick and the likes of Lewandowski. Lewandowski just now has scored a hat trick against Deporto Alves. Corner for Bayern. The first corner for Bayern. Kimmich is going to take that with his right foot from the left wing positions, but it is a short corner being taken. Gnabry to the assist. Gnabry gives it to Guerrero. Guerrero with a cross, but that was a deflection from Kua. So Frankfurt goalkeeper has done a good save. Let me put a Q&A for you guys. Who will win today? Let me just pin it. Yes, it's done. Olise with the ball towards the left wing, but that was a clearance from Thiete. But yes, at Frankfurt, Marmoush is the player. He has already scored a couple of goals, round about 8 to 9 goals he has scored in this season in just 5 matches. So Marmoush, the striker from Frankfurt, he is the player to be looked for in this game. He has done many assists as well as talking about Shaqiri and Larson. They are also performing well. The likes of Omar Marmoush is just topping the rank in terms of scoring. Omar Marmoush is the player to watch for in this game. We will definitely have a look at what is Omar Marmoush cooking these days at Bayern. I hope the audio and the video quality is going good. Yes, it is. It's showing excellent condition over here. Bayern again with the cross. Kimmich trying to find Muller. So still now much of the build-ups is being seen from Bayern. Davis with that pass to Neuer. Neuer to Kim. Kim and Upamecano are being the centre backs who is being favored by Vincent Company this season in all the games. But there are likes of Eric Dyer, Goretzka, as well as Hiroki Ito, who can be at the centre backs for Bayern. So some sort of aerial passes from Bayern are being seen in just 5 minutes of this game. Remind you guys, just let me remind you that this game is between the number first and number second position. Frankfurt and Bayern are just lining up with a single point difference in the Bundesliga table. Frankfurt with the throw. Harry Kane, Muller, and Olise staying at the top with Kimmich and Pavlovic in the midfield. And Bayern are sticking with 5 centre backs. That is what Bayern is doing in this. Davis as well as Gnabry are staying at the left midfields. So Frankfurt is going for those long aerial balls, and Marmoush is their striker along with the likes of ETTK. Marmoush is from Egypt, this player, and ETTK is the player who is at Frankfurt from February, and he is from France. So the combination of these two strikers is what Frankfurt is relying, and their long aerial ball passes will be the criteria of scoring a goal in this game. Pavlovic to Kimmich to Guerrero. Guerrero is staying at the right backs. Olise cutting in. He is into the center half, into the penalty box. But that was a block from Frankfurt again. So much of the possession with the Bayern players still now. This game has started with Bayern doing all the possession and creating those spaces in the defense of Frankfurt. Gnabry trying to cut in, moving from the left wings to the midfields, back to Pamecano, Harry Kane, Guerrero, Pamecano, Pavlovic, Guerrero, Pavlovic again, finding Davis at the left wings. Davis cutting in. Pavlovic with that shot, but it is a block again. So many shots are being taken so far. 4 to 5 shots have been taken, but all are being the blocks. None of them are on target so far from Bayern in this game. Already 8 minutes into the game. Olise with the cross. Can that be a header for Gnabry or Muller? No. Again, that is again an interception or a block from the penalty box of Frankfurt. Second corner incoming for Bayern. The centre backs of Koch and Tuta from Frankfurt are doing their job so far well in this game. But yes, Bayern is looking lethal in just 8 minutes. Olise with the cross, he has gone for the long one. Muller tries to. Muller had that chance, he was in a clear space. He had those air to breathe. That is a long ball to ATTK. Can he find Marmoush? Marmoush is the guy who is lethal. He can be dangerous. He is from Egypt and he has scored 8 goals in just 5 Bundesliga games this season. And he is the reason why Frankfurt is performing. And they are at number 2 in the table. Pavlovic, the game has settled. And again in the possession of Bayern, Gnabry. He has got Muller. Muller has that touch. But that slight deflection wasn't enough to get a goal. The ball just went straight to the goalkeeper corner. Frankfurt trying to build up pressure from Bayern. Kimmich tries to find Pavlovic, but that was a missed pass again. Gnabry just tracking back for that interception. The ball is back in the position of Manuel Neuer to Upamecano. So every time Bayern are doing their playmaking, they are being intercepted by Frankfurt, and their chances of doing those counter attacks is quite evident in this game. So this is what this game will progress much into the first half so far. Upamecano to Guerrero. Guerrero had a tackle. Again trying to find Marmoush. Yes, he has got that ball, but there is Kimmich and Upamecano to block him. That interception was a good. Ball is back to Manuel Neuer, to Kim. Kim to Davis. Davis tries to do a muscle turn out of it, but no, that was again a block. Just look at that cross from Gnabry. Muller had that touch to the ball, but that deflection was not quite good enough to get a goal. Guerrero back to Upamecano, came to Gnabry, came again, finding Muller. Muller gets the ball back to Gnabry. Davis. Davis cuts in, finds Muller. Muller tries to change the wings. Guerrero with it, back to Kimmich. Guerrero again. Kimmich. Muller has that ball. No, just that was again an interception. So the game is well on in just the half of Frankfurt. And anytime we can see a goal incoming from Bayern as they are progressing deep into the penalty box of Frankfurt. Harry Kane with that aerial through pass again blocked by Frankfurt. Harry Kane to Upamecano. Upamecano to Muller. Muller is lying deep down. Olise to Kimmich. Kimmich again to the center to Pavlovic. Davis. Davis tries to cut in. Interception. Ball received by Pavlovic. Again, the ball has been just sent to the center stage. Kim collects the ball to Davis. Davis to Gnabry. Back to Davis. Davis to Kim. Upamecano. Back to Davis. Davis to Gnabry. Gnabry to Pavlovic. Davis. So Bayern is just pressing with 5 players at their center forwards on the defense line of Frankfurt. Dominance from the Bavarians is quite evident in this game. Davis cuts in into the box, but Pavlovic is staying a bit wide from those positions at times. He has to make those defensive as well as offensive approaches. At this quite young age, he is playing so neat. Guerrero to Olise. Olise with that shot, and that was close. Oh my God. That could have been a goal so early. What a shot from Olise. The ball was inside the nets, but a slight deflection from Kawa, the goalkeeper of Frankfurt, just denied Olise for a scoring chance. Muller with that shot, and yes, that is a goal for Bayern. From the corner, Kim is the player. That confidence boost is needed, guys. Come on, do that. Just be that great. It is that Mia Samia moment, guys. Bayern has got that goal in just 14 minutes and 28 seconds. That is the lethal playmaking of company, which is starting up with Bayern. That was the corner. Kimmich takes it, but it was a short corner. And that was a cross to Muller. Muller takes the ball, gets hold of the position, takes his time, just deflects that pass to Kim. And Kim had that shot. It was just near the nets. And the ball had to go nowhere else rather than getting a goal for Bayern. That is the first Mia San Mia moment of this game. So Bayern has got that early goal in this stage of the game. And yes, Frankfurt is looking to bit open up. This is the home ground of Frankfurt, the Deutsche Bank Park, where this game is being played. And it is the match day 6 of the Bundesliga between Frankfurt and Bayern. So Frankfurt is opening up. Most chances for Bayern will be coming as the defense of Frankfurt stays bit high for those attacking opportunities. Free kick for Frankfurt, but a deflection from Upamecano. Pavlovic gets the possession. Came to Upamecano. Upamecano is just moving up for creating those wing movements. Davis is cutting in from the attacking midfield positions. The flank positions of Davis is quite visible, along with the likes of Olise. The absence of Musiala, Gnabry is trying to cut in from the left wings. He is into the box of the Frankfurt, tries to center in, but again, some kind of interception from Frankfurt. Ball is back to Kim, to Manuel Neuer, Upamecano to Kim, Harry Kane staying deep down for those assists in the midfields, dropping down to just let the Frankfurt center back line to move up. Kimmich to Olise, Pavlovic back to Upamecano. Frankfurt is again back to their own half. That is a wing change from Pavlovic to Gnabry at the left wings. Gnabry one-on-one tussle with two men. Pavlovic with that cross again to the center box. That is into the penalty box of Frankfurt. Ball is being intercepted. Back to Gnabry. Muller finds it. Olise with that left footer. Can he had that chance? No, again, a block that is. Olise took time to just turn and get that ball comfortable for his left footer curlers outside the box, but that was a deflection. Again, Frankfurt has just clearly evaded some attacks of Bayern. Company is seen instructing to his boys he needs some changes in the attacking aspects. Kim, Davis, Upamecano, Kimmich. Kimmich has got that to Guerrero. What a clean pass it is. Olise with the left footer cross. Gnabry was there, but no, that was again an interception. The likes of Marmoush in this game from those right wings will be quite critical. The reason why Gnabry and Davis are just laying deep for those preventions. Olise cutting in, trying to find Muller. Upamecano was high, but ATTK couldn't just get that first touch quite good. Muller to Kimmich, Guerrero, Olise, some sort of playmaking from Guerrero and Olise are being quite non-acceptable in this game so far. They are being predicted by the centre backs of Frankfurt very well so far in just 19 minutes of this game. Gnabry with that cross to the center, but there is no one present near the midfields of Bayern. Again, that was a chance. Bayern are creating many chances. Those build-ups. Kimmich to Guerrero, Kane, Olise. Olise again trying to cut in. Pavlovic, Kimmich, Gnabry. Jeff is cooking good. Jeff is cooking good. Gnabry with that cross again, but yes, straight into the hands of Kawa. So Frankfurt is doing those saves well enough. But yes, some type of lethal aspects from Bayern needs to be shown in the build-ups. Kawa with that long aerial shot, trying to find Marmoush or ATTK. Back to Neuer. Davis to Kim. Pavlovic, this build up of passes at the center back of Bayern, this is what is critical in their playmaking. Most of the times, Upamecano and Kim are just doing those passes at their center back positions. Gnabry trying to cut in. Muller does the tackle, but yes, he is fine enough. Muller again trying to find the center of the box. Kim came with an aggressive tackle to Marmoush. Harry Kane. Again an interception from Kim. That is the chance. And it is a goal for Frankfurt. That is what I was talking about. That was Marmoush, that Egyptian. He is lethal and he has done that job. Upamecano and Kim were just pressed deep to the left back positions, and Kimmich was there for the rescue. But it was Marmoush. That is the guy I am talking about in this Bundesliga. He has scored 9 games so far in just 9 goals in this 5 games so far in this Bundesliga. That was Etitike, and he just found Marmoush so well. That was a pass in through Pavlovic. Guerrero was there for the rescue. But yes, that was a clinical finishing from him. That Egyptian guy, he is rocking at Bundesliga this season. He has got so many goals. Yes, again, a fault from the defense lineup of Bayern. And it is quite evident that the score is level up in 23 minutes. This game is going to turn the table up and down. Marmoush is scoring magnificently in many games this season. He has scored 8 to 9 goals in just 5 to 6 games. That is huge. That is the player which Bayern needs to have strict marking throughout the game. A vigilant and defensively aware man marking for that Marmoush is much required for Bayern. So yes, Frankfurt has now just opened up with that goal, but they are staying deep down. Again, that is Marmoush one-on-one with Upamecano. Upamecano with the tackle. But yes, ATTK gets hold of the ball, and that was a clearance from Pavlovic. From nowhere, that pass from ATTK to Marmoush, and Noff played a brilliant weighted through ball that was that goal which helped Frankfurt to level score with Bayern in just 22 minutes. The defensive aspects of Bayern are in question. Again, a clearance. The ball was in the penalty box of Bayern, but Pavlovic has cleared it. This is the strategy which Dino Topmoller has made quite evident. And yes, Marmoush and ATTK are performing well. Upamecano again finding Kim. Kim back to Upamecano. Upamecano to Guerrero to Alice. Back to Guerrero. Upamecano to Kim. Back to Upamecano. Kimmich is staying at the right backs. Moving up to the midfields to Pavlovic. Finding Muller. But yes, Muller again can't get that touch to the ball. But it was a good aerial through pass to Muller from Kimmich. That pressing for Frankfurt needs to be done from the Bayern players. The Bavarians need to press. Davis interception back to Davis, Guerrero, Kimmich. Some fluidity changes in the Bayern squad where Davis has moved to the right back positions. Squad is going back to its normalcy. Upamecano to Davis, trying to find Gnabry. Yes, Gnabry has got that, but that through ball from Davis was a bit fast. I'm not finding the role of Guerrero quite well in this game. If he needs to stay deep, then he needs to stay deep for those interceptions. And yes, Kimmich has to move on for those attacking. Again, 280 Kim gets the interception well. Frankfurt are moving with those four players up in the attack. The tactical formation of 2-4-4 from company needs to be a bit revamped, and they have to stay with three center backs for, for just blocking those counter attacks from Frankfurt. Frankfurt is being seen moving with four players in the attacking formations, and they are outnumbering Bayern in some aspects. So Bayern again into the half of Frankfurt. Pavlovic to Upamecano, back to Kimmich, again to Upamecano. Upamecano finds Davis, tries to change the wings. Muller, back to Davis. Davis tries to find Muller, but that was a body tackle and Muller is down to the ground. That was a clearance from Kawa. So Frankfurt is doing their job quite decent. They are looking for those counter-attack moments with the interceptions in the Bayern's creative playmaking. And yes, they are looking too disciplined, whereas Olise is just losing away few balls in those playmaking opportunities. Olise is not looking that good in the playmaking chances for Bayern. But yes, he has got those shots to goal. He is staying a bit wide. But yes, company would advise him to stay bit into the center as the Frankfurt are blocking from those center moments, center stage moments. Again, that is a chance from Muller. Muller missed it. Damn. It was one on one with Kawa and Muller. Muller has been sidelined for many games and he is looking a bit out of form in this game. Yes, he has an assist, but such a miss from Muller was not expected. This is a very crucial moment just 30 minutes into the game. And that was a miss from Muller one on one against Kova. What is Pavlovic doing at times? He is trying to find Kimmich, Harry Kane, moving with Olise. Olise back to Guerrero. Pavlovic to Davis. Davis has found Harry Kane, and that is Davis. Kim and Upamecano are staying too high. Pavlovic to Davis. The same thing they are trying from the center again and again. Why is not Gnabry and Olise going from those wing areas where there can be chances created from those crosses? This is what is being seen lacking from Bayern in this season. Most of the times their scoring chances has come just from those center build-ups. From the mid part of the field, they have been creating chances. But yes, at times they really need to go for those wing crosses which can be lethal. Pomecano to Pavlovic, Guerrero, Kimmich. Again a cross, but that is Guerrero for the header. He can't take that because there has to be target for Harry Kane for those headers or Muller. Gnabry to Pavlovic. Pavlovic again. Oh my God. Frankfurt is really blocking and they are playing so disciplined in this game. Gnabry with that shot. That was a bullet one. But again, straight to Koa. One thing to be worried of after the first half is that the Bayern players don't get frustrated with all these build-ups in the first half. Because so far, so now, there has been 9 shots and there was 3 big chances. Only 1 goal out of it. So this is what this Bayern company is cooking up in this game so far. Pavlovic, Pavlovic tries to cut in, but some sort of movement from Davis and Gnabry is not just additive. Pavlovic to Kimmich, Kimmich to Olise, Guerrero. Piete is the player. He has been just doing those interceptions. Harry Kane with that cross. Where is Gnabry? No, Muller has got it. Gnabry, no, he just couldn't collect that ball so easily from there. Just look at it. The number 7, Marmoush, and number 11, ATTK, they are so well staying for those counter-attack moments. And yes, the likes of Thiete and Christensen. That is a chance from Muller. He centers the ball, but again, no one is there. Some sort of man management is looking distorted. Again, number 7. That is a chance. 11, and yes, Frankfurt has scored. Frankfurt has done that comeback, and in just 34 minutes, they have got those 2 goals in just 2 counter-attacks, whereas Kim and Upamecano had no answer to those counter-attacks from Frankfurt. What an upside movement for Bayern in this game so far. Just look at it. There was a scoring opportunity for Bayern where Muller had that center pass, and it was that number 7 Marmoush again Upamecano who was just outpaced, and the ball was with ATTK. But that speed of Marmoush, look at him. He is so good, and ATTK got that chance, whereas Kim wasn't blocking anyone. What is that from Kim Min-jae? Who was he man marking at that part of this game? Just look at the performance of Kim and Upamecano in this game. So much reliability Vincent Company has got in these two players. But yes, their performance is looking disastrous. In just 10 minutes, Frankfurt has got those two goals and they are ahead in this game with a lead of one goal. And what a comeback from these Marmoush and ATTK. The speed of Marmoush is looking very lethal. Kimmich with that cross, Olise has got that ball, but that is a tackle from Thiete. Thiete, that left back from Frankfurt, he is doing his job too good this game so far. Thiete is from Rennes and he was on loan from Frankfurt. And this man from the left back position, he is really doing great playmaking. Especially defensively, he is intercepting. Gnabry moving in. Muller, no. Olise, Davis, Upamecano has scored. Damn, again a goal being scored. And Upamecano is celebrating his. So in this game, we have got two goals from the defender striker of Bayern. One is from Kim, the second one is from Upamecano. So this game is all about the centre backs scoring for Bayern so far. And yes, the two forwards from Frankfurt, Marmoush and ATTK scoring those two goals. Just look at it, how that goal was scored. Frankfurt was defending it. One, two, three, four men, five, six, seven Frankfurt in the defense, just blocking the goal. And Upamecano just cuts in with that shot into the nets of Frankfurt. So yes, goals are incoming. It is a good moment for Bayern. They are again back to the level ups. But this game, anything can happen because Marmoush and DTK are really too lethal. They are doing those lethal jobs for Frankfurt. This game is taking a toll out of me in this weekend. The Sundays where we are watching it. Kimmich moving, but that was again an interception from Frankfurt. Koch, the captain, just defends it too well. Just look at Frankfurt. They are playing so disciplined. I mean, they know what they are capable of, and they are just doing their job so good. With their capabilities, what they can do, they are doing those playmakings, and they are not just moving for those fancy ideas, and they are waiting for those long ball counter movements for Marmoush and DTK to get the hold of the ball and just to overcome Kim and Upamecano. But yes, Kim and Upamecano have to stay too alert and a warning to them because yes, these two players they have outpaced these two center backs every moment they have just advanced into the Bayern's half. Gnabry to Pavlovic, Pavlovic moving in, Kimmich, Pavlovic back to Kimmich. Pavlovic and Kimmich are staying a bit deep, but yes, Kim is moving a bit wide. That is what the opportunity Mormos is looking, and every time Mormos is moving up, this playmaking is looking lethal. Bayern should place some man marking for these two players. Marmoush and ATTK needs to be man marked good in this game if Bayern needs to win it. That is the clear and only simple game which Bayern needs to play. The attack of Bayern is also not looking good at times because Harry Kane, Muller, Olise, and Gnabry they are not being able to move or cut in with the likes of Thiete, Koch, Tuta and Christensen. These four centre backs of Frankfurt are playing their game great today. Bayern should do some tactical changes over here. They need to just man mark Marmoush and ATTK well. That is what is lacking them. The likes of Kim and Upamecano for these two players are not proving good. So it's 41 minutes on the clock. It just lost the ball, came back to Upamecano, Guerrero, Kimmich, Olise. Can Bayern get that third goal before the first half? It would be a good relief in the restroom. Pavlovic, Kimmich. Just look at Davis and Harry Kane. They both are staying so close in the attack. Davis trying to outpace, and yes, that is what is required. Davis has to stay a bit deep because the speed of Mormush and Ritike, they are outpacing Kim and Upamecano. Davis needs to just keep a bit deep. Muller trying to find Gnabry. Just look at Davis where he is staying. I am really not being able to understand that what is Alfonso Davis trying to do. He is trying to outnumber the centre back line of Frankfurt. Then yes, definitely he has to put in Pavlovic either to his position or there has to be Kimmich in that left back because both Davis and Pavlovic are staying too high, and that is the part where Etitike and Marmoush are creating those lethal aspects. Davis and Gnabry staying down. Gnabry is moving to the left backs to prevent those counter attacks. Ball is in position of Davis. Kim to Guerrero. Guerrero to Kim back. I am not being able to understand again. Look at the position of Davis. I mean, he is at those attacking midfield positions, but his positioning and his offensive awareness is not looking good. Whereas Gnabry must stay in that position. Again, ball is in possession of Marmoush and ATTK. Frankfurt trying to build up. ATTK with that long, dreamy shot to get past Manuel Neuer, but it is in his safe hands. Gnabry has to just move in fast. The positions where Gnabry is playing, he has to just cut in, and Davis has to stay wide on the wings because Davis is not getting those penetrative approaches. Whereas talking of Guerrero, that same thing is missing from him as well. So yes, Davis and Gnabry, Davis and Guerrero, they both are lacking those offensive gameplays which company needs to build up with this 2-3-5 formation. So Tuta is looking for some time wasting management policy, but yes, referee asks the game to continue. Kawa, That was a long ball. Came to Upamecano, Guerrero, Police, back to Upamecano, Pavlovic, two came, Gnabry. Yes, that is what I am saying. Davis has to stay wide and Gnabry has to cut in because Davis has that speed. He can cover those wide areas, but Gnabry should maintain that offensive position for those shots which he can take just out of the box. Kimmich trying to find Olise. Kate is the man who has that anticipation and does the interception. Upamecano with the cross. Again, Marmoush is trying to outpace Upamecano, but no. So, what a game of the first half. Both the teams scoring one goal each. This game being the clinch fight between the top two positions of the Bundesliga this season so far. And yes, Bayern and Frankfurt meet at the Deutsche Bank Park. At Frankfurt, they have scored early with Min, both the defender strikers, Min Jae Kim as well as Upamecano scoring the two goals, whereas the offensive positions of Harry Kane is not looking that good and he is looking a bit tired so far in this game. Whereas that of Pavlovic, his midfield presence is not looking worthy, as well as that of Guerrero. But yes, one aspect of the game so far is that Alfonso Davis is staying bit deep into those attacking positions, which he has to change, and he has to just switch the game with Gnabry staying deep into the center penalty box and Davis staying wide, whereas Olise has to stay into the edge of the penalty box and Guerrero has to move wide because Thiete is man marking Olise as well as Christensen is man marking Gnabry over there. So these two fruitful decisions must be made by company in this break. But really, Harry Kane is looking a bit deep down. But yes, he is a player of class and he can overcome at any moment. Just a goal to his nets and he will be looking again lethal. Talking about the substitutions, company has got Leroy Sané, Coman, Goretzka, as well as Matthew Stell. For those attacking purposes, somewhat Limer will be also a call for it, whereas Pelina, Dyer, and Adam Asno is there for this game, as well as there is Daniel Peretz back from injury into this game. So this is what the first half was, and yes, definitely we will be coming back for the second half coverage as well. But definitely we will definitely take a break over here, and we will be back. So let me take a break and I will be back in just 2 minutes covering up for the next half. Do stay tuned, guys. And yes, those of you who want to join our fan book, fan pages, the social media link is given there in the video description as well as in the channel description. It is available over there. You can join those also. And yes, our previous coverage of the Bundesliga, the Premier League, the La Liga, as well as the Serie A and the Champions League, along with Europa League, those videos are too there in the playlist. Different playlists are there for the watch alongs as well as the match analysis. You can watch them also. and give me 2 minutes. I will be back very soon. Good game, but can definitely good. Frankfurt is playing that good, guys. Frankfurt is playing that good, and Frankfurt will get those opportunities. Frankfurt is looking for those counter-attack movements, and definitely they will come with those scoring chances in the second half as well. But yes, the likes of Upamecano and Kim, either company has to get some kind of man marking for Marmoush as well as ATTK, or there has to be a drop down from either Kimmich or Pavlovic. There has to be three centre backs staying over there because Marmoush and ATK are just outpacing Upamecano and Kim. So no expectations from these two centre backs because against that pace, Kim and Upamecano are proving not worthy in this game. So some sort of tactical approach from Vincent Company needs to be done in this game. Definitely Company has to come with some kind of tactical moves if he wants to stay in this game. But yes, talking about our next game, which was between, where is that Barcelona game? Yes, Deportivo Alves and Barcelona. Lewandowski has scored that hat trick. Look at it in just 7 minutes, 22 minutes, and in 32nd minutes. In just 32 minutes, Lewandowski has got that scoring opportunity and he has got that hat trick. Quite an early substitution for Barcelona, where Eric Garcia was substituted. Ferran Torres was substituted and Eric Garcia was brought in to the game. Lewandowski scoring again back to back. So many goals. Looking at the stats of La Liga's stats over here, Lewandowski has scored 10 goals. Oh my god. Villarreal with Perez has 6 goals and Rafinha with 5 goals. But yes, Robert Lewandowski is the man of the La Liga this season so far, and he has a massive 12 goals per plus assist. That is a huge game for Hansi Flick. And in the table, Barcelona is at the top with 24 points, and Real Madrid lagging behind by 3 points. Barcelona is really playing good under Hansi Flick. Talking about the Bundesliga table, RB Leipzig, they had comfortably won with a one goal margin. Leipzig is also doing good in the Bundesliga table. Chelsea had a draw with Nottingham Forest. But yes, Nottingham were down to 78 minutes. And look at the substitutions. Chelsea came from behind for this draw. And that was a fiery encounter. But the visitors, Nottingham Forest, at Stamford Bridge were reduced to 10 men in 78 minutes. But these substitutions were made late. Christopher Nkunku coming in 81st and Joao Felix, whereas Mudrik and Pedro Neto were just brought into the gameplay in 98th minutes. Enzo Maresca has not done that decent job. Apart from Palmer, some side of Madueke as well as Sancho were looking good. But yes, fresh legs were needed as Nottingham Forest were down to 10 men. So why this late substitution was made into this game? Why at the 90th minutes? And the game just went up to 13 minutes of stoppage time for Chelsea. That wasn't expected. So yes, we are back for this coverage of Bayern and Frankfurt. Some sort of substitutions can be seen from Frankfurt bench. So what are those substitutions which are going to be made? How far are the two managers going to combat each other in this 90 minutes of game at the Deutsche Bank Arena? Ete is having a handshaking moment with Vincent Company. What does that mean? Yes, Mohammad Dahoud is the player. He is again one amazing player to be watched for. So Frankfurt is going for those attacks in the second half as well. The substitutions clearly just marks it. Shaqiri has been called off and Mohammad Dahoud has been called in. The stats of Mohammad Dahoud is really too good. Just look at it. He has played 50 minutes and he has 4 games in this season so far. So he is from Brighton and he is quite an unknown player in Bundesliga. Only he has played in Dortmund as well as Stuttgart, but he is an unknown figure for Vincent Company. So that is the strategic movement in this substitution. Bayern has got that early free kick. Who is going to take it? Is it going to be Kimmich, Harry Kane, or Olise? 3 of them are eyeing the nets from that position. But who is more comfortable for it? So can Harry Kane convert it? Muller tries for it and Harry Kane, but what a free kick that is from Harry Kane. The ball was nowhere near the post. From such a short distance, look at Muller, how he was trying to just jog past the defense lineup. But Harry Kane, such a wide shot from that angle. I mean, had the ball been just near to the nets, it would have been appreciated. The ball is in position with Frankfurt. Tackle from Kimmich to Marmoush. Frankfurt are staying bit wide in their attack. Upamecano to Neuer. 5-2-3, or rather 4-4-2 is Frankfurt trying for the formation so far. This game is looking quite open. So Upamecano has been man marking Marmoush, but look at his position. He is changing it so frequently. Again, Kim and Upamecano are staying too close to each other, and that is the space Marmoush and Iditeke are getting those chances. Upamecano to Muller from that cross. Kimmich, Guerrero to Upamecano, Pavlovic, Pavlovic to Guerrero towards the right wings. Kimmich to Upamecano, Upamecano to Kimmich with the cross. That is a clearance from Koch, the captain of Frankfurt, the team leader. This game I was talking about to be played in the first half, where Bayern needs to convert those crosses from the wings. And that is what it was lacking in the first half. Every time they were into the attack, they were going from the center. And that is a miss. Muller tries to find Kane in the penalty box, but they are outnumbered by the Frankfurt defense. Davis, Kimmich, man marking Marmoush. That is what is required in the first half. What was the analysis made by the team? What was the preparations? What was they prepared for in the first half? Pavlovic to Upamecano, Kimmich, Kimmich to Pavlovic, Harry Kane not getting that efficient first touch to the ball. Olise, Harry Kane, can he deliver that cross? The ball has been just wide of the post. So some sort of VR aspects need to be implemented in this game for that offside. Kawa had that miss, but the ball was safe for Frankfurt. Davis is covering the ball from North. Some side of playmaking from Guerrero is not looking impressive. At times he is staying too wide and he is not moving up. He is staying a bit low. Gnabry trying to find Muller. This game is being anticipated by the Frankfurt defense quite well. Just look at it because every time Gnabry and Olise are trying to get hold of the ball, they are trying to get into the center. But yes, those wide movements from them is not being seen. So yes, Frankfurt is doing their decent job staying disciplined in their own box with as close as possible. Just look at Davis. His positioning, I am not being able to understand what he is going to do. Muller with that cross. Guerrero, Harry Kane, Olise with that shot. Oh yes, that is a goal. That is the chance Olise was trying to find from the first half. But yes, the gameplay of Bayern is not looking impressive. This gameplay of Bayern is not looking at all impressive. Though they have got that edge, they have got that early goals as well. But yes, some sort of Olise was lucky to get this. Olise was definitely lucky to get this ball. But Bayern are not looking good in their build-ups. Take my words, guys. Bayern is not looking good in the build-ups. Bayern has been missing those build-ups, especially what is needed at this hour. So if Bayern are going to get caught in those counter moments, it will be again a bad moment. Bayern Munich not doing good in this game. So if Upamecano and Kim are not just losing their head, then this game is really going to be there. But if they are going to get some sort of disruptions, then definitely that will be a no answer from Vincent Company. Because yes, this game so far they are not looking good in the build-ups. So what was that company was expecting their team to get is not being just seen in this game. That was Kimmich trying to steal that space from the first half, from the first post. But yes, that was well blocked by Kawa. Kawa has been doing that decent job. But Frankfurt is down by 3 goals. Some type of defensive tackles which were done badly by them. But yes, Marmoush and ATTK are doing that job very well. Taibi is the player who is moving for those forward attacks along with Nov. And yes, Shakiri has been substituted by Mohammad Dahoud. Talking about the gameplay of Bayern, not looking impressive with the build-ups, especially from Guerrero as well as Gnabry and Davis. The positions where Davis is staying, his offensive awareness positions is not looking that good. Gnabry must cut into those positions and Davis must move to the wide positions. And Pavlovic is not staying bit high in those approaches as well. Kimmich with that corner, that long ball, that long cross, it was to the first post. Well blocked by Kawa. Guerrero back to Neuer. Olise dropping down to the defense, moving from the left backs into the midfields. Kimmich, Olise, Gnabry, Davis, Kane. Kane's passes are too lazy. Guerrero with Davis just changed the wing for Guerrero, but Guerrero didn't have that first touch so well. Olise asking for the ball for that throw to Upamecano. Upamecano to Pavlovic. Kim. Davis moving from the left wings. Davis is not doing that job which is required. He has to just give, Bayern has to give that space to Davis to move in from the left wings. If they are not going to do that, then definitely it will be a crisis for the future as well. They make with that corner. What is that referee pointing out? Referee is pointing out to Harry Kane for some slight hold up in the tackle. Kimmich with the corner ready to take it, and that is a cross. Kim had a touch to it. That is one-on-one Neuer with Mormos. But what a clearance from Neuer. Olise moving with the ball. Some sort of pressing mistakes from Bayern is seen in this game. Ball is in safe foot of Guerrero. Dino Top Mahler is doing a decent job with this team. Davis with the interception to Pavlovic. Davis back to Pavlovic to Kimmich. Kimmich to Guerrero. Just look at this formation where there is, where what are they trying to outnumber? I'm not getting Bayern the strategy over here. Those change of the wing, those aerial balls for changing the attack from the wings is going out of vein from every aspect as the game is approaching much into the second half. So 60 minutes of gameplay so far. Kimmich with the interception to Gnabry, Pavlovic, Kim to Guerrero, Olise, Guerrero, Kimmich, Pavlovic, Kimmich, Davis. So there are four midfields for Frankfurt doing their job to prevent those midfield passes. Kimmich, Guerrero back to Kimmich from the right wings. Olise back to Guerrero. Guerrero with his left footer. Kimmich with that shot. But that is a block from Koa. Koa is blocking much in this game. Davis, Gnabry, Gnabry trying to change the wings. But a fake shot being attempted by him. Harry Kane, Kimmich, quite a tussle that was. Harry Kane to Gnabry, Davis. Davis back, trying to find Olise. Muller has that. Kimmich just couldn't connect with the ball properly. They were so close to score that fourth goal. So this Bundesliga, whatever is going to happen is the team scoring maximum number of goals is definitely going to be on the charts. Yete is doing his job quite good. To Larson, to Mohammad Dahoud, Dahoud to Tuta. That is a tackle from Harry Kane. Alfonso Davis covering up for Upamecano, Pavlovic. That was an interception from Davis. This is what I was talking for in the first half. Davis has to stay a bit deep as Upamecano and Kim are approaching for those counter press against Frankfurt. Davis and Guerrero must need to stay for those counter attacks. These interceptions are required. So the game is now looking that Bayern has adapted that same thing which we are talking about in the first half. Company has been seen doing that job well in the break. Kimmich, Muller. Yes, these players, Muller, Olise, they need to drop down a bit. Harry Kane is staying at the top. He is not looking that good in form. But yes, some sort of drop downs from Olise and Muller and Davis in those attacking build-ups is definitely proving too good because in the midfield, as it can be seen that there are four Frankfurt players who are blocking those midfield passes of Bayern. So again, a long pass from the Frankfurt defense. Koch tried to find ATTK and Marmoush. The number of games being played this season is also very, very high. The stakes of the players are really at a very high risk. 65 minutes into the game, and Dina Ebimbe is the player who is onto the ground, and Gnabry has also been substituted with the likes of Coman. Since like Coman is onto the pitch, and Eric Ebimbe is making his mark. So ATTK has been just substituted by Eric Ebimbe, but the stats of Eric Ebimbe is also too good, guys. Just look at him. He has played 48 games and scored 12 for Frankfurt since last year. So he has those 12 goals in his bags. Some sort of movement is required for Bayern from the aspects of Pavlovic. ATTK has really done his job so well, so good in this game. Some sort of missed passes in the defense of Frankfurt. Kimmich with interception to Davis. Davis to Kim. Harry Kane to Davis. Pavlovic. Kimmich. This is what I was talking out all about in the first half. The movement of Davis to the centre backs and trying to get in Pavlovic into the attacking parts would be grateful because of the offensive awareness of both these players. Though Davis is performing good, but yes, some sort of tactical approaches from Vincent Company were not looking good in the first half. So Harry Kane is off to the ground. So does he require a substitution because he is looking a bit out of form for the past 2 to 3 games? Both of the two goals which Momush and ATTK has scored and they just outpaced the Bayern defense so well. Whereas talking about the goals of Bayern, they were creative. So Harry Kane having a word with company, Vincent Company having a chat with Harry Kane. So Harry Kane is off. No, he is not off. He is back onto the field. He is still in the squad. But as long as Marmoush is going to be there for those counterattacks, it will be too lethal for Bayern to handle it. So some sort of advantage for Bayern so far in this 70th minutes, where they have a one goal lead. But yes, they cannot have that fresh space of air unless and until they get a goal more. Kimmich to Kim, Coman. Coman needs to make his stats counting to a bit high because the substitutions need to make those moves for Bayern this season, which has not been. What was that from Upamecano? What is he trying to do? Olise dribbling away, moving toward the right wings. So finally, Matthews Tell is coming. Harry Kane is taking that rest. No goals for Harry Kane for the two games. The stats of Bundesliga still stands high for Omar Marmoush, who has got 6 goals, whereas Jonathan Burak from Mainz with 5 goals and Harry Kane with 5 goals and 4 assists for Harry Kane as well. So yes, the leading goal scorer is Tell with that early header. Just 1 minute into the game, and Matthew Tell had that opportunity with that header, but he was quite wide. Coman could have got a touch to it, but it was well managed by Frankfurt. Frankfurt is looking quite disciplined. They are not giving those spaces in the midfields quite a times. Olise took him, came back to Olise. So this is Götze, Mario Götze coming to the ground for Frankfurt. 2014 World Cup scorer for Germany, Mario Götze is the man. He is coming for Frankfurt. Though he has been shadowed by the presence of many other superstars, but this man, Mario Götze, whose goal just led Germany to the World Cup 2014, he is coming for the substitution. Upamecano to Kim. Positioning of Pavlovic is quite questionable in this game too. Where is Upamecano going to give those passes to whom? To the midfield. Pavlovic back to Neuer. Neuer to Kimmich. Kimmich has moved to the right backs. Guerrero staying in the midfields. Upamecano to Pavlovic. Pavlovic finding Muller. Muller speeding away. Trying to find Coman. Kim with that interception to Kimmich. The Frankfurt fans are just in desire of one more goal. The substitution Mario Götze, the 2014 World Cup scorer who got Germany that World Cup, is coming onto the ground. Just look at the stats of Mario Götze in the season 2024-25. He has played 6 games for Frankfurt. In 23, he played 41 games. In 22, he played 46. He has been playing games and he has been scoring. He departed from Bayern Munich in the 2015 season. He played for 3 years at Bayern and he was then sent to Dortmund. From there, he had his journey to PSV in the Hoven. Then he is back to Frankfurt. Kimmich getting that interception to Davis. Davis trying to dribble away. Mridul Subedi has commented, I think Davis should mark Omar Marmoush. Yes, that is what I was talking about this whole game. In the first half as well, some defensive tactics from company was quite questionable. You are absolutely right, Mridul. Mridul Subedi, you are absolutely right. This defensive tactics in the first half from Vincent Company was quite questionable because see the likes of Marmoush and Etitike, they were doing that job and that was a Koeman shot, but that is a save from Kawa. Koeman had that shot. I mean, after so many days, I have seen Kingsley Coman going for those attempts. He scored the similar way against PSG in the Champions League as well. We need Kingsley Coman back in form as he was in his early season. Police with that cross. Yes, the point which we were talking about, what you have commented that Davis should be man marking Omar Marmoush is that Kim and Upamecano, they were outpaced many times by Marmoush and ATTK. So either Davis was going to man mark them, or there should have been a presence of a more centre back or a defensive midfield of Kimmich or Pavlovic staying with Upamecano and Kim Min-jae. Because every time Frankfurt were moving into those counterattacks, four of those players, especially Chaibi, Noff, ATTK, and Marmoush, were advancing. So that is what was happening, and those two lucky goals which were given to them, just again that thing was going to happen. Just look at it. And yes, this is not the fault of Upamecano and Kim because they were helpless in those moments. What can they do when those two fast, speedy players were just attacking? And that is the way we conceded 2 goals in the first half, despite having scored first. So that is Kingsley Coman trying to find Olise, but that pass was quite fast for Olise to catch up. That tackle from Davis, but was that a tackle? No, he has got that contact with the ball. So no cards to be given. The referee must have to be fair over here. Talking about Benjamin Brand, the match, the field referee, he is doing a decent job in this game. Only Thomas Muller has been shown that card in 43 minutes. Only one card been showed in this game so far. What are the likes of Mathistel scoring? Really, we need to find Mathistel in these score sheets because it has been long. For the past 2 years, he has been playing regularly for Bayern, especially in the previous season. He has played most of the times as a substitute or in the starting lineup. But yes, in 73 games, he has scored 16 goals for Bayern for the past 2 years. But we need, as his contract extension is up to 2029, we need Mathis Tel to score more and to just be in form quite often for Bayern. Him with the clearance, Davis intercepts it, Muller being tackled from Mohammad Dawood. Mohammad Dawood is doing those defensive midfield approaches quite well after Sakiri was substituted. But talking about Eric Ebimbe after his substitution and Jean Bayoya, as well as Mario Götze and Can Uzun from Stuttgart, from Frankfurt, the playmaking of Frankfurt has a bit reduced. But look at Marmoush, he is staying constantly along with Kim and Davis, whereas Jean Boya is along with the likes of Alfonso Davis. So that is a handball. Kimmich to Guerrero. That was a short pass. Guerrero, Muller. Muller just couldn't turn and give that to Guerrero. Olise with interception. That is a tackle. That is a tackle from Mohammad Dawood. The injuries of the players are also a concern this season because so many matches being played. Oman, Oman has a missed pass and that is a throw for Frankfurt. But I can't see the involvement of Mario Götze in the game. That number 27 substitution, what job is he doing? What is Frankfurt cooking late in the 80th minutes? Just look at Kim. Just look at Kim. Again, the defensive aspects of Kim Min-jae is questionable. Just look at him. The way he is just approaching the defense. He is not man marking. He is just coming for destroying those passes. Why is Kim doing all those defensive collapses in the defense as many times? For the past 1 year, I have seen this Kim Min-jae doing all those defensive mishaps continuously. Just look at the center back lineup. Where is Kim staying? He is always looking so aggressive with the defense. See, again, a loophole has been created. This was a clear scoring opportunity for Frankfurt, and they have missed it badly. Iron defense is looking too bad with the presence of Kim and Upamecano. I mean, I have no answers to it. No way are they going to be seen to a too good in the defensive aspects. These two defensive players played so disciplined, played so well against Leverkusen. They denied them all of their chances. But look at the line where both Upamecano and Kim are playing. I mean, to whom they are man marking and to what lineup they are playing. Why both of them, Kim and Upamecano, are getting so aggressive at times. Just look at this creativity from Frankfurt. What was Kim Min-jae doing? What is he trying to do? He was just holding the hands. Quite bad defensive approach from Kim Min-jae in this game. Mbembe was having a clear chance and that could have been the equalizer. And anytime this could happen because the performance of Kim Min-jae is not looking good in the defense. All the allegations for Upamecano can be just ignored because he is doing those tactical approaches. He is staying up in the line because he has got no one to pass in the midfield. Either they have to create those midfield wide apart to create those passing chances, but every time Kim is moving up into the attacks, I mean, no defensive no defensive center back player would just commit such type of mistakes. I mean, what is he following? He following the player or is he just following the ball? What approach Kim Min-jae is having? I am having no answers to it. Alfonso Davis to Coman, Pavlovic. Just look at it. Kim, I mean, every time I'm watching this player, Kim Min-jae, I'm getting so much frustrated. Kimmich and Pavlovic are also staying too close. They should move diagonally in respect to each other. That square formation they are continuously forming is not getting fruitful for Bayern. Manuel Neuer trying to find Coman. There are spaces which is giving Frankfurt those moments. Godse trying to find Mbembe. Olise has dropped in for the defense. So that is a handball given in favor of Bayern. And Mbembe was off to the ground. Rafael Guerrero, his aspects in the defense against Frankfurt is also not looking that good. Yes, we are having injuries of Stanisic as well as Hiroki Ito. So these two right backs and left backs are injured. That is what the concern for Bayern is also in this season. Muller trying to find Coman, but that is again a block from Frankfurt. So will this lead of Bayern will stay up to the stoppage time? Yes, this block of Kim Min-jae, just look at him. He has to hold that player. I mean, many times I have seen Kim just approaching the opposition and he is nowhere near the control of the ball, neither he is in control of the attacking player. That is what Kim Min-jae is missing at times. Why Kim Min-jae is dropping down? Just look at him. Kim Min-jae is under pressure. It is evident. It is quite evident that Kim Min-jae is falling under pressure from Mohammad Marouche. Marmouche. This Egyptian is creating those disbalances in the centre backs. That is Upamecano down to the ground, and the referee has pointed out So yes, the long season being played, Upamecano is down to the ground and he needs a substitution. The fixtures of this season are so tight that the players are not getting their muscles, their relaxations, the therapies for their muscle piece is not seen. Most of the teams, most of the players, most of the managers are complaining about it. And yes, Pavlovic, Lamar, and Eric Dyer is making his move to the team. So yes, Pavlovic must be the player who will be substituted, I guess. It's Olise as well. So Palina, Eric Dyer, and Lamar coming to the pitch. And the players who are being substituted are Pavlovic, Upamecano, and Mikel Olise. So quite an ugly stage because Olise is off. The likes of Muller, Mathistel, and Kingsley Coman can be seen in the attacks only. Eric Dyer has replaced Upamecano. So 6 minutes of stoppage time in this game. 6 minutes for Bayern to stay cool with the peace of mind and for Frankfurt to get that equalizer. So what is it going to happen? Pavlovic couldn't provide, Palina couldn't provide that interception. Quite a close game so far from the attacking aspects. Came to tell, but Mathistel is not having that position. Coman, so that was a good interception from Palina. Palina is staying deep in the defense. He is staying in the midfields. What is Tell doing? Just look at him. How can he just lose the ball like that? Matthew Tell is looking out of control. How can he just move with that speeding effect? What was Tell trying to do? Just look at him. He just paced on with the ball. It's looking hilarious. This is looking hilarious from Bayern's perspective. This gameplay from Bayern is looking hilarious. Thomas Muller for that throw, leaving it for Davis. Davis with that long throw, trying to find Coman. Kimmich, Davis. So a foul in favor of Bayern. Kimmich going for that long shot. This gameplay of Bayern is too ridiculous. I really mean it that this is too ridiculous. Because every time they are trying to approach, they are being outnumbered in their own strategy. So that is a chance for Marmoush, and he is there and he has scored. Frankfurt has equalized, and that is Marmoush. No one was there man marking him. That is a shit game for Bayern. The whole game I have been just talking that there should be some man marking for Marmoush. How can that company just simple coldly tackle it, and how can he just accept it? Every time was with the attack, he was looking deadly. But again, that tackle from Kim, just look at it. How he just handled that tackle. And Marmoush was quite clear. Kim Min-jae is not doing his job quite decent in the defensive approaches. Just look at that approach. How he just tackles him. He knows that that player is going to outpace him with his dribbles. So why is he not just getting hold of that player, and he is not blocking in his moves unless he is just chasing for the ball? This approach of Kim Min-jae, I mean, such an a late equalizer from Frankfurt, and Bayern have to just share away the points. I don't see future of this Kim Min-jae in this Bayern team anymore. Not a required criteria for Bayern's defense over here. In such defensive aspects. So that was a handball. What a header that was from Kim. Yes, that goal stands, and that handball is not quite worthy because the hand was close to his body. No talking of this point. You are not being able to defend properly. I mean, this excuse. I think Frankfurt can. Again, Kim is doing that mistake. Just look at it. Kim Min-jae is not worthy of playing. I mean, in the winters, if you don't get a transfer for this, I mean, make him rest for the next 2 to 3 months of this first half of the season. He doesn't require any type of center back capabilities. Just sharing away points in this game where there was a score of 3 goals, just losing from this behind. This is a bad game for Bayern. No, that was a Muller chance. Again, a miss. Oh man, with that shot, Kova could just block it. Guerrero with the interception. Mathis referee can blow the whistle at any time. Already 7 minutes, 1 minute of extra time. Pavlovic tried for that shot, but safe into the hands of Kova. Just look at it, how badly the defense of Bayern has been just exploited in this game. No praiseworthy for the Bayern's defense in this game. I mean, Kim Min-jae, if he stays at the defense lineup, that is really going to be too vital for the latter half of this season, because this defense approach is definitely going to be too critical, because if it stays for long, then yes, the loss is going to come anyhow, anyway. Every time the game is being played, it will be a loss. So, anyways, guys, that was a very bad performance from Bayern in this game, especially from Kim Min-jae. The way he has been tackling the defense, he has been handling the defense of Bayern, is really looking too much pathetic, and nothing can be done with this defense. So that's all for today. I will just end this stream. quite upset with the Sunday's watch along of this Bayern's performance, and yes, hope to get some kind of center backs movement and some kind of summer transfers which were done this season, especially of Hiroki Ito and Jessup Stanisic to be brought back into the squad if they get their injuries, their treatment as soon as possible. So that is all about it. Do keep going, and yes, do stay tuned, and yes, do have a watch of our videos. We have those playlists of the Bundesliga, the Serie A, the La Liga, the Premier League, the Europa League, as well as the Champions League. The playlist of the match analysis is different from those of the watch alongs. The different watch alongs are also having those playlists. Do have a view of it. And yes, till that, tata, bye bye, have a good night. And yes, have